Today Dr. Shrink will show you how to fully encapsulate an object. This video will show you how to successfully encapsulate a forklift using your premium shrink wrap. Full encapsulation is frequently used in shrink wrapping when transportation is needed. Before we can begin, we must first measure your shrink wrap material to determine the roll width size needed for your shrink wrap project. We will begin by measuring for the bottom piece, also known as the diaper. Take the width and length of your object at the widest points, and add at least 24 inches to your overall width and length. You should have at least 12 inches of excess wrap all around your object. You will use this to create your weld. Remember, having an excess material over 12 inches is not an issue, as you can simply trim with a film cutting knife prior to welding. For this particular project, you will see that there is excess material that we will trim. For beginners, we recommend using a larger bottom piece and just trim the material once the object has been placed on top. Once your bottom piece is placed and your object is resting on top, we will now drape the object with your shrink wrap. Much like how we measured for the bottom piece, we will do the same to get our required roll width size for this project. Measure up and over the object at its widest point, giving yourself at least 24 inches of excess material that can be trimmed. From your film rack, hold the shrink wrap up and over, avoiding excess contact with the ground as the film may pick up loose debris that may scratch or damage your object. Now that your object is draped, we will fold over the material on the two ends, trimming the excess. You may use Dr. Shrink easy clips or tape to hold the material in place while you pleat each side. Once you have pleated each side, you will weld your pleats. To make for an easier weld, start out in small areas to hold the end together before doing one continuous weld of the seam. If this is your first time welding a seam of this type, move slow and heat evenly to prevent burning the shrink wrap. If a small hole does appear, you may cover and patch it with tape after the object is wrapped. Repeat this set of steps until all seams are successfully welded. This particular project has only two seams, one at the front and one at the back. However, depending on your object's shape, more seams may be required to successfully wrap your object. Once all the seams on your upper section are welded, we will move to the bottom piece, or the diaper. Begin on one end, pulling the bottom piece over the upper section, and begin the process of welding the two together. Continue this process around the entire perimeter until you've successfully encapsulated your object. Once the bottom piece and top pieces are welded together, we will begin shrinking the material around the entire object. Shrink in sections, starting at the bottom and moving towards the top. As heat rises and you begin shrinking, your object may billow or appear to inflate like a balloon. This is normal, and the wrap will tighten up to the object once it begins to fully shrink and cool. Once shrinking is complete, we will tape any holes created during the shrinking process and tape the seams to ensure a strong hold during transportation. Taping the seams is an important and necessary step, as wind and weather elements may open the shrink wrap as it's being transported. Once all seams have been taped, your object is now fully encapsulated and ready for transportation or storage. To move the object, access will be needed to contact points on the object. To gain access, we will install small zipper access doors. Tape the door on the shrink wrap and cut away the wrap underneath, exposing your necessary contact points. If transportation will be followed by storage for a month or more, ventilation may be needed. Install 2 vents for every 2,000 square foot of wrap used on your object to ensure proper ventilation and air movement during storage. Congratulations, you have successfully fully encapsulated your object. For more information on shrink wrapping and additional how-to training videos, visit our YouTube channel or visit us online at drshrink.com. That's dr-shrink.com. You may also contact our customer service department, and they will be more than happy to assist you in any way they can. If you prefer hands-on training, contact us to discuss Shrink Wrap U, our one-day on-site course that will take you through the entire shrink wrap process.